As President Donald Trump works to make good on his promise to deport millions of immigrants who are in the U.S. illegally, some members of the community are expressing their fears and concerns.
Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown said today ICE and Border Patrol don't tell local police what they're doing, so the city doesn't know if immigration arrests have increased within the city limits or not. If you're ever stopped by federal agents, Marissa Rio spoke with a local immigration attorney and shares tips on what you should do.
Manzanita House is a local nonprofit that wants you to know your rights. In fact, they have these red cards here that people can use if they're ever stopped by an immigration officer. The first line reads, "I do not wish to speak with you or answer your questions." These cards highlight your Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights under the U.S. Constitution. You can carry these and either give them to an officer or simply repeat what the card says.
We hear concerns from people all the time, either coming into our office, calling on the phone, even people who have, pretty sure immigration status, just kind of really nervous about the scope and the pace of these changes.
Samuel Smith here is an immigration attorney with the local nonprofit Manzanita House. As people raise concerns over immigration arrests, he wants people to understand their rights if they're ever stopped by federal agents.
You can say, I wish to remain silent, or if you have a card that says that in English, you can show that to the individual. You're not required to share any particular information, including about immigration status, which country you were born in, where you live. There's no compulsion to share any of that information.
And if you are detained?
It's important to have a plan, to have a number of a loved one or a friend or an attorney if you have one memorized. So when you are able to contact someone, you're able to call them and let them know what happened.
If you're a U.S. citizen, Smith says it doesn't hurt to carry your passport with you to prove your citizenship, but it's not required.
If they're not a citizen of the United States, so a passport or national ID, I do not recommend carrying those or showing those to immigration officials if they are stopped.
Smith also suggests that you record and report any interactions that you have with immigration officers.
Again, these cards with your rights on them are for everyone, whether you're a U.S. citizen, a refugee, or an immigrant, documented or not. For information on how to get these cards and on the resources available to you, visit our website at KXLY.com. In studio, Marissa Rio for News Now.